guys. We did our 5K yesterday, and I got some footage, and I also filmed the my tricep workout for today, and did a little bit of cardio as well, even though my legs were feeling it from pushing myself pretty hard yesterday. I do want to acknowledge my friends Ashton and Chance. Chance was sick the day before the race and was running a fever, and the day of he still kind of felt a little iffy. He still ran it, and I was pretty impressed with it. He kept pretty close to the same time that he had on the last 5K that we ran together, which is super sick. He was spitting up blood a little bit. I was kind of worried about him, but he ended up getting through it and kept going.
All right, fellas, go!
Ashton's gonna beat us all. Sick walk, bro. So I was cooked right here. My legs were feeling it. My lungs were feeling it. It was pretty cold that day. So my time's coming up. I got 30 minutes and 48 seconds. 11th in my age division. That's all three of us. Ashton ended up getting like 26 minutes. Dude doesn't even really train that much. Somehow he ends up beating everybody all the time. He's just one of those guys that can just pick up and go, which is pretty awesome. So we're starting into my tricep workout. The following day after the 5K, I decided to hit some triceps. Because we're working out 7 days a week, I'm splitting up my my arm days between biceps and triceps. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Starting with some overhead tricep extensions. So on these, I was keeping it about 12 reps. I did 4 sets of these, changed up the weight a few times. We started out with a nice warm-up with 15 pounds. Then I went 20, 25, 30, and then 35 pounds. Nice little extensions going. It's a good way to get some blood flow going for sure. I try to stay higher reps with arms. Arms and legs are kind of similar. So if you go pretty high volume with legs and arms, you'll notice you'll get a lot better pump, a lot better blood flow, and it's a little bit easier to see more progress if you're doing high reps with arms. I noticed because I remember I was like 135 pounds, and I used to think that doing like 45 and 55 pounds for 3 to 6 reps was going to get my arms yoked, and that didn't happen. I was just really strong and stayed the same size. So as soon as I started incorporating higher volume, lower weight, I started seeing a lot more out of it. You can see me struggling right there. 35 nowadays with curls and triceps is quite a bit of weight for me because I try to just tax it on the reps. And then I'll do a lot of sets as well, so really putting that blood in that arm. Then we moved over to cables. My favorite thing is cables. You can really destroy the muscle with cables, get full extension, feel it a little bit better. I kind of tell everybody cables sometimes with some workouts are way better for hypertrophy and really getting that movement going. So these, not a lot of people do these. A lot of people stand up and do overhead tricep extensions with the rope. I kind of like bend it down like this because I feel like a lot of blood flow goes to my tricep and my inner tricep, and that's how you get that nice sweep underneath your tricep. I'm at a higher body fat percentage right now, so I don't have a crazy shredded tricep, but we're working on it. We're cutting down weight. Although I did incorporate some creatine into my daily routine, and my weight went back up a little bit because you do get a little bit of water retention from creatine. This one I'm just completely spent. I'm just running through the reps, trying to get the last little bit out of them that I possibly can. If you're not trying to get the last little bit of what your arms or what your muscle that you're training that day out, then you're not going to grow. You're not going to see improvement. That tissue will not be able to get really torn apart enough to increase that growth. But I would urge you, my cousin actually asked me about this. He was telling me he was hitting muscles, like all of his muscles 3 times a week. And I would urge against that, especially if you're natural. I would say 2 times at the most. But if you're training really hard, hitting that muscle once a week will do plenty as long as you're training hard enough. I'm getting my legs ready I'm stretching a little bit, getting ready to do a nice run on the treadmill. And so my cousin actually he's a runner. He was telling me to do these to strengthen my shins because I've been having a lot of shin splints and a lot of shin pain. So these are supposed to help, and I'll let you guys know how it goes, let you know if it gets any better. But that was the end of the workout. I will post what I ran. I only ran like 1.25 miles. Yeah, a little bit less than 1.25 miles.